So in this video I'm going to show you how we can have effective design of fields for any table and show you the essential elements of field design, such as validation rules, which we enter here, and validation text, and also the required property. What does that do? And finally, in the next video I'll show you how we can use the lookup field and obviously the input mask that we can use for field definition and field design. So let's quickly get started. I'm going to use the order details table that we have designed and show you the datasheet view in order to get an idea or perspective of what we are about to do. So in our case, we're going to use the existing record and change some data. We'll assume that these records can be changed. So in our case, we want to set a validation rule where in the quantity section we want to make sure the user enters a value which is greater or equal to 0. So if we change this record to -9, for example, it allows me to do that, which is wrong. And if I enter 0 as well, that again is correct, but if we mustn't allow user to enter a negative number. In our case, it allows us to do that. So let's just quickly sort that out. Go to design view, go to validation rule, greater or equal to 0, and we want to have a validation text appearing in the error message. Must enter a value of quantity greater or equal to 0. So let's just save this table. Yes. Let me just go to datasheet view, and here again let's enter a negative number. So it must enter a value of quantity greater. Just try it with 0, should work. If we enter 0, and that works, so that's fine. So maybe we want to change that field. If we want to make an order, we want to have an order which is greater than 0. So really you can go back to the design and change that order to greater than 0, not just equal to 0. So let's just select save. Yes. Existing data violates new settings. We will just ignore this for the moment. So save and datasheet view. So again we have view here. So enter 0 and 0. That should throw out an error message. Must enter value of quantity greater than 0. So we have to change the error message there. So we'll go back to enter correct value, otherwise it will give us some problems. So go to the design view and change must enter value of quantity greater than 0. And that's it. Now what do we want to do while we are here? We want to force user to enter a record in the quantity section. Otherwise we will just ignore it and it will be a redundant field. So that's all you have to do. So if we just right click, save, yes, and then datasheet view, and we'll use an existing record again, enter 0. That should prevent us from entering record. Must enter a value of quantity greater than 0. So everything's working fine. Let's just test one more. -100, just by mistake. Must enter a value. So we'll ignore this field and bypass it. So we have a force to enter a record here. You must enter a value in the order details quantity. So we'll enter, say, 100, 120, and that will do for now. So in the next video I'm going to show you two things. Input mask wizard, how to use that, and also show you how we can use a lookup field. How we can use the lookup field to select and enter data from another table. In our case it's going to be employees table. For example, we want to be able to custom orders, we want to enter employee records, and employee records are in the other fields. So please watch my next video. Thank you.